Let's go over why this particular truck. So this is a military truck. It's an M1078. It's a 1974. I got 74 so I can fit another 25-year rule under California's, I guess you can safely say BS for registration. So this has a Caterpillar 3116. So why this truck over the other one? Well, number one, it's solid axles. We all know how well Jeep and everybody else does for solid axles. Number two, from there to all the way back here is a leaf spring. When you have something that long, that's only 3 pieces of metal thick, that means it's allowed to tilt. I know it tilts because I have a tilt gauge. And when I'm tilted, anytime I go over the freeway or get on an on-ramp, I get about 10 degrees tilt out of the cab. It's also an air ride cab, which may or may not work. I think I bent my gas pedal, which I gotta figure out how I did that. We just drove it about over 2,000 miles last weekend after we bought the truck. There's some wiring question. I haven't tested the CTIS yet. I do have a boost gauge controller here. That one actually controls the turbo wastegate. I got 2 switches over there. I got power points. I got a tachometer. So down here we were doing about 55, 60 at about 2,000 RPMs in 7 gear. This is a 7-speed Allison. This does not have, this is all-wheel drive, but does not have a 4 low. So it starts out in second, and second gear about 10 miles an hour, and then it goes third, fourth, fifth, and then 6th and 7th fairly quickly when you're going through your speeds. There's the air ride suspension right here. He said he replaced one of the bags. I think the other one may be blown. I have to double check. Tires are in good condition. However, I don't know if they're correctly balanced or not. We'll make do with what we got. I think he probably had a ground nut bolt to put that on. But I'll figure that one out later. Does have locks in the doors. He upgraded the mirrors to bus mirrors. I need to figure out how to take them apart and tighten the passenger side because it constantly moves. As I said, solid axle, back and front, high pinion, which is even better for the axles. And then I have a gear reduction on each one of the hubs. So this is a 2-to-1 gear reduction, but it's not the same as the Humvees where it drops down. He has a tow hitch on the back and a main support, and this one does have a sway bar, which I'm not sure if I'm going to disconnect or not. He does have cameras. I'll replace these here with the clear ones, so I'll have running lights, and then I'll also have, that'll imitate the blinkers and warning, because I got tricolor. It's a lot lighter for moving stuff. These are 43-inch tires. I think they measure this at minimum is 18 inches of clearance underneath the axles. And I couldn't remember if they're square or not. Yes, they are square. So those are the hatch bolts. So yeah, as a good platform, I mean, I have these giant holes underneath that I can shove stuff under. He actually went through and put shelving, so that's now storage. And I think he ran out of material on this one. So this one is only, see the plate in the back, it's only half. which, you know, it's good for what it is. This does have the troop seating. Spare tire seems to be in stuff. The hydraulic over air works pretty good. 55-gallon gas tank, that was working fine. Yeah, so also has a camera here. They keep flashing in and out. I bought an antenna mount for that, so I'll take those bolts out and put the actual factory antenna mount back in there. It has a plug and everything else. And I'm going to try to find, see that little plug right there? That's for the beacon. So I'm going to try to find the other end of that, and then I'll put a light bar on this. And I'm going to put a a fire department 52-inch light bar that I'm rebuilding in the backyard right now. So that's where we're at right now. So this will be my new off recovery rig. I still have to put the tow assemblies in it, but I want it to still be used as a truck. A 12-foot bed's going to come in handy. I actually have a job to pick up 10 tires tomorrow. Other issues we have right now, I want to replace these with the Phoenix Lux light. And then we noticed this. This one moves freely. This is locked. That's locked. So I'm not sure why this one is locked yet. I think this pulls up. I'm having a hard time trying to find stuff, and I probably just need to tighten this nut right here. So that's about it. I was going to put lights on the roof, but I'll just keep them the way they are. They're kind of pointed up. This one keeps going in and out. I got to check on that one. These are going to come off, replace the Lux. So now this will be blinker, fog light, and running light, and warning when I'm done. So yeah, that's pretty much the overview of why I got it. The other thing is I'm not getting any younger. Things hurt. The tailgate on the other one, extremely heavy. These, aluminum. And I can take them off, put them down, turn it into a flatbed. Eventually I may turn this into a hook truck. So I can take the entire bed, lay it on the ground, load whatever it is. This is 12 foot. According to Matt's Off-Road, I should be able to carry a side-by-side in the bat without an issue. Of course, we're pretty high off the ground. And I think when I put the lift on there, they're going to mount it on top of this, or is it going to bring it even higher? At least this bed. But then it would lower the initial bed. So, yeah, we have to work on a couple things, but yeah. So that's my walkthrough on what's going on. Stay tuned for upgrades. First thing I'm doing is changing out the seats. I had to go to acupuncture because everything freaking hurts. And then they say the seats are bad. They are not joking. Okay, and you saw the start of the video on that, so I'm going to switch out at least one of the seats now. Talk to you guys soon, and welcome to Azusa. Now I think it's Light Bar Tom, Azusa 6x6 recovery. So this will be my new recovery truck. Leave your comments below, hit the like, more videos to come.